Did I say that? I don't know. Maybe I did, and I said, but I mean, guys are the same way. I mean, guys be like, oh, she's just smoking hot, and if I can just get her fixed, if she can just get to where she loves God too, then it's gonna be great. See, so ladies, you're not the only ones that do this, because I've seen guys do it as well. Now I know there's probably some people in here that could stand up and say, well, that's kind of how ours worked, and it worked out great. Praise God. You're the exception, not the rule. Because I can probably tell you about 100 others that, 30 years into a bad marriage are just like, I thought you were going to change. Or maybe a year in marriage, I thought you were going to change. Or maybe a week in the marriage, I thought you were going to change. And then what happens if that love is conditional? If we love somebody so they'll change. If they don't change, what happens to that love? It's out the window. Because we were loving them so they would change. And so what happens is that love now begins to turn into bitterness, disappointment, resentment. And we find ourselves, if we're not careful, that can actually kind of get over into even hate. Because we begin to look and we begin to say, you are not reciprocating the love that I'm showing. And we recognize that in showing love, the entire reason we show love is simply to show Christ. That's the reason we do that. We do it with that motive that we want to show Christ. And I believe it's as much for us as it is for the other person. We get to that place where we're saying, you know what, I want to be able to be used by Christ. I want Jesus to be able to live in me and through me, so it changes us as much in learning how to love others. So the thing is, even this morning, I can say something that ticks you off. Might have already said it, but you got to love me. But here, I got to love you too. And that's the fun of it, is we love. Well, okay, I've meddled enough at this point, so let's keep moving on. Verse 16. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers. If anyone has material possessions and sees his brother in need, but has no pity on him, how can the love of God be in him? Dear children, let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and in truth. And so the second point I want you to jot down this morning simply is God's love